Okay, everybody, good morning, and you're very welcome to the Denadri Hotel. And thank you all very much for coming along to our workshop session this morning, Collaborate to Compete. I've got an easier job here this morning. My role here is kind of just to welcome you all and to set the scene, really, for the speakers that are going to follow. It's great to see so many people here, and I guess really we're all here. We've all got our individual products and services that we offer. But I guess the one thing that really unites us all, and our common goal, if you like, is that we're all in the business of collectively trying to attract visitors. So as great as we all are ourselves, and as different as we all are, the one thing that unites everybody in the room is that we're all in this business of trying to attract visitors. And how well are we doing? I think we're actually doing pretty well collectively. We're doing well in terms of the positive and growing visitor numbers. We're welcoming about 4.1 million visitors at the moment, who are collectively spending about 723 million. So that's great. And what's even more important is what these visitors are actually saying about us. And you can see here from the stats that we've got very positive visitor attitudes towards the destination. 94% rate their experience as very positive, and 95% would then recommend that experience to a relative or a friend. So that's great. So well done, everyone. I think what's maybe less positive and maybe slightly more concerning is the fact that only 65% of those who come would actually revisit based on the experience that they have. And on top of that, less than half would compare Northern Ireland favourably to other destinations. And there's reasons for that. But I guess this represents a challenge, and it's one that we have to understand and then seek to address. And I suppose really in understanding that challenge, we recognise that we really have to retain that existing visitor base. So these people that come here, we really do want them to come back, because when they come back, they're the loyal fan base. They're easy to sell to the second time or the third time. So we want to build that loyal fan base and keep them coming back. So we want to retain that existing visitor base. But then, very obviously, we want to grow our new visitors, because the new visitors that come, they're the loyal fan base of the future. So that all sounds easy, but let's be honest, we're trying to do that against a very challenging backdrop. We, in terms of coming up above our individual businesses, we're competing as a destination. And as a destination, we're competing in this phase of homogenisation where every destination really looks and feels the same. You know, we have got a collection of accommodation, places to eat, somewhere to go and do an experience. We've got beaches, a bit of culture. You know, everyone has that. So the challenge for us really is to try and find our point of distinction in what is a very, very crowded marketplace. We know that. And the second challenge really is the visitors now, more than ever, are more switched on, and they're demanding much more from a destination as well. So it's not just enough to have these individual offerings. They want to understand what is different, unique and special, and why Northern Ireland. So the challenge for us is, as a destination, we're maybe not as well established as some of our competitors. So our first job is we've got to catch up. And as I've said already, then in catching up, we've got to stand out in a marketplace of unlimited choice. So the reality is, for all of us individually in this room, very few of us as individuals can meet that challenge alone. And in terms of actually rising to that challenge, we've really got to think about trying to do that as a collective. So there's very few people will get on a plane purely and come to Northern Ireland because of a purely accommodation offer. There's very few people will get on a plane and come to Northern Ireland purely because there's a fabulous restaurant. There's very few people will get on a plane or even drive up 3 or 4 hours from the south purely because of an experience. Some do, and we're great at that as well. But the truth is, a single proposition means a single stay. They'll come and they'll go again. And the challenge really is for us, if we can join up in a wee bit more of an imaginative way, they may come the first time, but they'll recognise there's a lot more to see and do here, and they'll maybe come back. And they'll stay not just for a day, they'll come back for 24 hours, maybe 48 hours. So the challenge is recognising that each of us on our own can't change people's perceptions, but when we start to join up what we have in a more imaginative way, there's an opportunity for Northern Ireland to really, really compete in the minds of the visitor. So we're here really today to talk about how could we join up? Where are the opportunities? Where are the opportunities for us as individual businesses and as a collective? And you'll hear a bit this morning about how we can join up perhaps as a destination. And you'll hear from Maeve, who certainly in Titanic Quarter is trying to drive clusters and a very diverse group of businesses to come together and work together. The other opportunity really is around our national experience themes, where we're really trying to take the best of the best and all of the hidden gems across each of those themes that you see there. So those people who want a coastal experience, those people who want something a little bit more of a vibrant sort of creative city type experience, who want to experience activities in the unique outdoors, or who want to really experience our what we call our living legends, our culture and our heritage. And you'll hear from Eleanor, who's here today, to talk about how you can really join up as an experience and opportunities to do that. Then secondly, or thirdly, there's an opportunity maybe to cluster with a segment in mind. So you may have a fantastic family product, but if you start to think about the family market, and certainly me who has children, I want to know that for 24 hours or 48 hours my children are going to be flat out busy. So I want, when you're thinking about the family market, to think about all of the other family products that are on offer and how you can start to build a really fantastic family experience with a family segment in mind. So there's definitely different ways to collaborate. In terms of how you collaborate, it absolutely happens across a spectrum, and we're going to tease out that spectrum here today, because what you can see there further over on the right hand side, that's the loose, more informal partnerships. That's where you're simply signposting to other people's website and what I would really call the more talking together, working together and marketing together, right the way up towards the left hand side, which is much more formal, much more complex, and that's the packaging side. And we have Abda here this morning who will deal with that end of the spectrum. So you're going to hear about opportunities to do that, and you'll hear about the spectrum, and then it's for you to decide where you feel most comfortable in terms of the opportunity that best suits your business. And in terms of the benefits, regardless of what end of the spectrum you're actually at, we truly believe, and certainly our visitors are telling us, that joining together drives benefit. And that benefit is they'll stay longer due to the range of experiences that are on offer. And in terms of the range of experiences that are on offer, if they're staying longer, they're spending more. And that's great for a sustainable tourism sector, and it's great for the individual businesses that are a part of it. And as well as that then, in terms of trying to build our fan base and our ambassadors, it's great because it increases the awareness of not only the individual businesses in a region, but of a wider regional offer. So if they can't stay for 24 hours the first time, they'll maybe come back the second time or the third time because they know there's more on offer that they maybe didn't get to do the first time that they were here. But quite ultimately then, when it comes to the travel trade to sell, if they have a much deeper and more compelling visitor experience on offer, that's easier and much more attractive for the travel trade to sell as well. So in terms of how well are we doing at this at the minute, how many businesses are collaborating in Northern Ireland at the moment in this space? Not actually very much at the minute. You can see here, there's only about 1 in 5 who are frequently signposting to other people's visitors. 1 in 10 meet and have regular engagements with other businesses, and only 1 in 10 are frequently offering joint promotions to other businesses as well. Which sectors or segments are doing well in that space at the moment? Predominantly, it's accommodation and activity led. So it's stay here and do this, if you like, is the nature of the opportunities that are on offer at the moment. The types of collaboration that are on offer of those that are doing it, they're much more informal than they are formal. Only 1 in 5 businesses have formal partnerships at the moment. I'll not get into all of these stats. But really the point is that there's quite limited diversity across the sectors, and if we're going to try and join up in a more imaginative way, we're trying to get different businesses to come together and work across sectors. So it's not just accommodation, working with accommodation or accommodation plus activity. That's great, but the more you build and the more you have to offer, the more exciting and enticing that is for our visitors. So I guess we're really here today to tease out whether or not you would like to collaborate and whether or not you would like to come with us on this journey and create a bit of an opportunity for you to express your interest and sign up if you see that there may be a clustering opportunity there for you. There will be a sign-up sheet that will either be passed around or left at the back. you have Patricia will hand them out, so she will. So as you start to hear the presentations this morning, you can begin to think about, what type of a business am I? What type of experience? Where do I see that I fit into part of the bigger picture? So it may be that you'll feel, well, I actually want to really tie up with an experience theme. I want to be part of, I think I could tie in and link to the coastal walkways, or, that sort of lakeland experience. Yeah, that's for me, and I want to be a bigger part of that picture. It may be that you say, yes, absolutely, I have something to offer the family market, and I want to be part of a bigger picture or a bigger sell to the family market. Or you may just be part of a business that's anchored very strongly in a destination, and you think, yes, do you know what, I would like to feel a wee bit more prominent in terms of the Fermanagh, or wherever it is that you are, and I would like to cluster on the basis of geography. So the point for today is really to get you to start thinking about your business in the context of the bigger picture and the right sort of bigger picture for you. So with that, I'm going to begin to hand over now to some of the speakers that you'll hear from. And our first speaker is Julie Jones. And Julie Jones is a sales and marketing manager from ABDA. And she's going to take you through the far end of the spectrum, which is the very formal end. And she'll talk about some collaborations from the ABDA perspective. You'll then hear from Linda Jameson. And Linda Jameson is the collaborative network manager at InvestNI. And InvestNI actually have a scheme at the moment that is open and provides support to businesses who do want to collaborate in this space. Then you'll hear from Eleanor McGilly, and she's from, you'll hear from Maeve Curran first. She's from Titanic Foundation Limited, and she's trying to drive a very diverse mix of businesses in the Titanic quarter to work together and be part of a bigger destination sale. And then we'll hear from Eleanor McGilly, and she's with the Experiential Tourism Company, and she's really trying to pull together experiences and drive collaboration on the basis of experience themes. So with that, we'll pass over first of all to Julie Jones.